record this session. So I've just started that, and it is so that you can have the privilege of listening to the video replay later.
Okay, can I
Please
raise
ahead,
a question? Okay, this issue of who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Yes.
Is an issue of looking at yourself, how impactful can you say you are to your team lead, and again how can you measure that? Because sometimes you will feel that you are impacting, but on the longer run, when all chips are down, you will see a situation where you begin to ask questions that, but I thought you people are already on top of this issue. It's never 100% perfect for me. I just need to say that.
Yes.
You will have taught them, trained them. You on occasion they will just surprise you and you will get good results. On many occasions you just say something like a sloppy. What's going on here? What is exactly going on here? So I don't know what you have to how to explain or how to probably advise, but it's never a situation of 100% perfect, because that's my experience.
All right, thank you for the question, Ma. It's and I can I feel the pause more like those are some of the frustrations that come with the leader's role, and the leadership is by no means an easy task. As much as it has, if you get it right and you see the people that you develop, you are very fulfilled. But getting to that point is quite a tough journey. But one of the things that I think it is having a particular understanding of what the whole concept of transformation is all about. That will help you to, it would help to keep hope alive and to keep, the excitement. Because in order to transform, as I said in one of the sessions, you are trying to change people into something. You are trying to get them to stop doing something and to start doing something else. In order to get people to stop doing things that are ineffective, in some cases that are outrightly wrong, it's tough. Some of those things you are trying to change have become habits. Some of those things you are trying to change, they happen because the people don't just know any better. And in knowing any better, some may even know, but there's a difference between knowing and doing. All right. So you also, people have to move from knowing to doing. Now, it is only when they move from knowing that the process of transformation begins, when they begin to do. And when they begin to do, you must understand as well that because you are trying to change things that they have been doing for many years, there are going to be mistakes. Much as they try, there will be mistakes. And mistakes are standard. I mean, for anybody who is trying to change, even if all you're trying to do is, imagine teaching somebody who has never washed plates in their lives. And now you are telling them, when you finish eating, you should learn to wash your plate. All right. It's tough. There are times when they start washing, you will even see how they will use the soap. You will see how much water they are going to use. Now, you who has been washing plates forever, you've become such an expert that you don't think that washing plate is such a big deal. You will just be wondering, what is all this mess? Is it to wash plates and this is all that you are doing? You see, they use too much water. You see, the whole floor is filled with, with water. Soap is everywhere. What are you washing? You are washing one plate and you want to use, how many cups of, of soap? Okay, there is standard. It is a reflection of, the process of change. And the process of change entails incremental improvement, but over that period, you have to keep instructing. You have to keep providing guidance. And that process, there will be times when they surprise you, they do things well. There will be times when they surprise you and you are wondering, is it that I haven't taught you anything? Is it that you have not learned anything all this while? That's because as they struggle to change, some of the things they have been doing in the past will come back to haunt them. As they struggle to change, some of what you're asking them to do, they are not convenient. They are not used to it. So when they still find an opportunity or that they are just exasperated, they will just fall back on what they used to do before because it's the easy way out. So it is the leader who has to do what you might call close marking. First of all, you recognize that, okay, these are things that happen when you are trying to change people who are formed in their ways, to different extents. One person may be more formed in his or her way, in his or her thinking than some other. So some people will change, at a more rapid rate. Some people will change with less errors, with greater ease than some others. Some others would even be impossible to change. Okay, and then there is something that we must also bear in mind. No matter what you and I do as leaders, no matter the effort we put in, until we get the people to believe in what we are asking them to do and to commit, they would only benefit from what we are teaching, from the example we're showing, to the extent of their conviction. No leader can force change on anybody. Mm-hmm. Everyone who wants to change under your leadership has to embrace it. In fact, has to embrace you, has to embrace the things that you teach. And if I might use, the parable of the sower, at the end of the day, we were told that some brought 30-fold, some got 60, some 60. Got 100. Why were they in different categories like that? It was in relation to the quality of the heart of each one, the heart now being the ground. That heart is reflective of the extent of conviction that each of them had in the leader and in embracing what the leader has taught. Some people will do what you said they should do to the letter, 100%. Some people will do it 20%. They will leave some things undone. Some will do it 70%. Now, the one who followed your instructions, whole-heart, that one will get a better result than the one who just barely wants to show that, at least let her not say, I didn't do what she asked us to do. But they didn't do it. with the spirit that you asked them to do it. They didn't put in the effort, the true effort that you asked them to commit to. And so it's going to determine the kind of change that they experience, is going to determine the result that your influence on them accomplishes. So what the leader has to keep doing is that you just have to keep at it. You have to keep at it. That's why it's important, for example, for people to build their capacity to lead, because that journey, there are times in the journey where the leader also could be frustrated, where the leader faces a major dilemma, and it looks as if, what is it that I mean, what am I doing wrong? Now, there is another factor that leaders must understand. At times we get this idea that because we are leading, that everyone who is a member of our team can be influenced by us. The truth is that there are people that will never benefit from your leadership. I believe that, because they probably, and for many reasons, there's an article that I'll be writing either in my leadership insights, either this week or next. And what I basically want to show is to give about 10 reasons why your leadership may have no meaning to some people. And what it means is that even if they are members of your team, you may never get results with them. Some people feel that you don't have what it takes. Some people are wondering, I mean, is she not this person? Have we not always known her? What's the big deal? Some people believe you are not saying anything new. Different people have different reasons. Some people just can't get along with you. They don't like your style. And if they can pick holes in your style, how do you get across to them? How do you become a source of influence to their lives? It will be very difficult, because they just raise a barrier, and everything you'll be saying, they can be going through the motions, and going through the motions doesn't make leaders. I can copy you and give you what you asked me to do verbatim, but I am not, persuaded by what you asked me to do. So if I have another opportunity to do that thing, I won't do it in the way that you asked me to do it. I will do it in my own way. That's because you can see that, those are people who have created a shield. Until that shield comes down, it's difficult. It's going to be difficult, for one to influence them. That's one of the reasons why it's important that a leader always has an opportunity to choose members of his or her team, because then there is also what to look out for when you are choosing, such that you end up with people who are more likely to embrace you and to imbibe what you said and to follow you with the kind of heart that will lend, them to the transformation that you have on offer. So that will be my response in that case. And then if you do have a team where there isn't only one person, where there are many, maybe you have 3, 4, 5 people who are working, with you. One other indication is to find out, is this something general to all the people? If you're having that difficulty with everyone, then the leader needs to examine himself or herself, because that may be the source of the problem. If you're doing if you're doing the right thing, those kinds of people should be, apart from the fact that that's what transformation entails, that you will get surprises, that the people are trying to change, that you need to forbear them, and you need to be intentional and to intensify your efforts, not letting off. What you'll be dealing with will be exceptions rather than the rule. Yes. Does that speak to the issues, ma'am?
Thank you very much. Very much so. Very much so. It's an exception rather than the rule.
Okay.
And I would like to also add,
yes,
that in some situation, a particular person within the team, seems to have this style of reading your mood.
Okay.
Reading your mood, your body language, your everything. If things are going right, she will read your mood. She will say, Mama likes this thing that you are doing. I mean, Mama is comfortable.
Yeah.
And I said, how do you know that I am comfortable when you have not even made your submission? I have not seen to try. He said, no, I know you. Sometimes I just smile. And at the end of the day, their submission will be very good, and very, very enlightening submission.
Yeah,
I don't know how she does it, but she's an exception. She reads your mood, and I don't know, I can't describe her.
Well, you will
just need to experience her.
Yeah, you would find that, those are people who are bought into your leadership. Because, it's also important for followers. One of the reasons that we said that it's important that a leader, is able to project who they are and make it clear to followers, is so that followers know what their leadership has on offer. Because what you are offering when you are leading is yourself. What you are offering is everything that is good about yourself. What you are offering are your skills and your competencies. That's what's on offer. So the question is, do the followers like what they see? Do they like what's on offer? Assuming, of course, that what you project is you are able to live up to it, which is why we talk about being authentic. If you live up to it, do they like what they see? For the most part, if you're a good leader, the majority would like what they see. And there will be a minority who can't even appreciate the value of what they see. There's nothing you can do about that other than to keep trying to get them to understand, the benefit of, buying into you. And so those who end up buying into you would also, over time, have taken the time to study who you are, because, again, it will be one of the best ways of ensuring that they flow with you, that you are pleased with them. Let me add, while we're at it, that it's easier for transformation to take place with members of your team that you are pleased with than those who are who continue to rebel, or who are, who challenge you. That's just what it is. Why? The leader tends to invest more, tends to spend more time, tends to be more accommodating of those who show a willingness, who show an appreciation, of the privilege that they have to work with the leader. That's what it is. And that is also part of the reason why some people benefit from the leader more than others. Because by believing in the leader, by committing to follow, they are able to draw more, from the leader than their colleagues who do not. I mean, it's natural for anybody to invest more in a place that is showing promise than in the one that is showing trouble, and that's what it tends to happen. That's what tends, to happen. So that's why that person, um, is coming across like that. And if her colleagues were smart, they should be trying to learn from her as well, so that they can take advantage of the position that she has put herself in with your good self as the leader. But some others will not even be sensitive enough to recognize that, and so they are in the boat, but they are not maximizing the opportunity that they have. All right, thank you very much, Ma. I see Mr. Oni's comment, he's been talking about in the chat. He's been talking about what he's learned from the program thus far. Mr. Oni is also on the program, just as Dr. Akonji is on the program. She's, of course, very well experienced, and, we didn't expect that she would go on the program herself, but, a big lesson that we have learned in humility just by the way she has subjected herself to the program. And she's been very committed, because she's taken all the assignments to date. I think Madam is about 3 or 4 days to the end of the program.
Yeah.
And Mr. Oni is also on the program. He's also made some very incredible progress. The program entails, by the way, for those who are not on the program as yet, it entails daily videos, that virtually will tell a story about, how to do leadership from day to day, one day leading to the other. And at the end of each instructional video, you would be given an assignment, and you'll be expected to submit it. We look at the assignments, comment on it, and also, at the end of it all, you should have what we call a personal change plan that help you, to navigate how you do leadership going forward. So Mr. Oni says the class has been very transforming. I've learned a lot about how to work with people, how to be impactful, and how to raise leaders. I've learned more about important virtues, especially forbearance. I believe he meant here other values includes never to use certain words that will not build the followers. Yes. I've also learned about empathy and learning to show concern for the needs, not wants, in bracket, needs, not wants, of followers. That's from Mr. Oni, just sharing with us some of the things that he has taken away from the program. All right, Mr. Sulaiman, I see your hand. Please go ahead and speak, sir. Hello, Mr. Sulaiman. I thought you
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Speak, yeah. You're welcome.
Hello, sir. Yeah. I would like to. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, I would like to join the program, but for now I can't raise the amount because I watched the clips you sent to my mail.
Okay.
I watch all. Yeah, but the last 3 is the one I actually picked my this thing. And
interest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, at the first one, actually everything, but the last three actually do more with everything actually that I'm passing through and all that. And
All
I
right,
still want to join the class,
yeah.
but the money is for now. I'm not that buoyant.
You have my email. You can reach me by email, and I will see if there's anything that we can do. I better take advantage of it now, because
yes, I actually wanted to take advantage of it.
It's still very cheap now. It's very, very cheap. I mean, let me ask Madam Doctor, how do you can you relate the cost to the content?
No, the content is very rich, very rich. And even as experienced as I am, I still find the content very, very, supportive and encouraging. And there were some nuggets that came in the content that I have thrown to my team. And it had worked. It had really worked. So,
aren't you wondering how we can offer something like that for 30,000?
Yes, so it's cheap. It's cheap, and it's loaded too. But in our own environment,
yes,
Naira is becoming so difficult to come by.
Well, that's
and
the
it's
thing. That's why
and it's reflecting in everything, in the economy now. Everything. You will not believe that transporting, coming by air from Abuja to Lagos used to be 25,000. Now it's close to 100,000.
Yeah,
and if you have to,
we are caught between. Okay, Mr. Latunji says, how much is the cost? The cost is just 30,000 naira.
30,000.
It's like 1,000 a day. I mean, and
you said it severally.
There are 31 videos.
You said it severally that it's 30,000, 1,000 per day. Yeah, but not many people are. That's not even the minimum wage they are paying.
I know. No, what I'm saying, Ma, is you look at the issues. I mean, even to record it alone is the effort that goes into it. I can't price it the way it should be priced. That's why I said, okay, let's just give it
That's
out.
not where you are making your money.
Meanwhile, we need it. We need it. That's what we have been complaining about in Nigeria.
Exactly, doctor. That is not where you are. This is your contribution to develop the economy.
So people now you even send out invitations free, and the people are not attending. Yet all of us will be complaining about leadership. But the people themselves, even if they were given the opportunity, don't have the skills to provide leadership. And we think that is piece of cake. That's why I was saying, man, that when somebody like you with all your years of experience, I mean, you started by attending these sessions a couple of times before you decided, I need to take, this thing. And, you have taken it. It humbles me every time I see your email, and I'm asking myself, I mean, how could she be committed if you are just listening to the videos alone? I mean, is even enough for me that, at your level, you found it worthwhile to invest your time, in the video. But to go ahead and gentlemen, look, I need to, if Madam gives me if she gives me the authority, I should share one or two of her assignments with you. You will marvel. It's not just a casual response. It's very detailed. She states exactly what she got from each session, and then she goes ahead to talk about her own experience, and also some of the things that struck her, some of the things that she's even using now, and I have had to study a lot of the examples that she has given. all right? Because one, you know, I mean, I learned from them. I learned from everyone. When I received those assignments, I learned from everyone. And some have been very humbling, you know. And
Thank you, Doctor.
one of the things that you have said that, you know, I found really was like, you know, your exposure to the program gave credence to things that you had done in the past, you know, and you are beginning to see, oh, okay, so you know, it looks like I did the right thing, you know, over the years after all. Now, as good as that, you know, that served the purpose for you, that serves a purpose for us as well, you know, for me in particular, because it's credence, you know, that there is evidence to back up, you know, the things that we're teaching. And so Mr. Latunji is, it's, you can, I will see if I can get a link. All right, I'll send you, watch out if I can get a link before we round up. I'll post a link, you know, that you can get on the program. And the beauty of the program is that, you know, you take it at your own time. It's at your own convenience. So if you register for it today, the program starts immediately. The moment you pay, you start getting emails. You know, you get 2 emails the first day, and then every day after that, you get an email. All right, until you are done. And every time you would now be the one, and you can take the classes at any time. Sometimes even Madam's at some point was a bit under the weather, so you know, that got in the way of things, but she quickly, once she was, even while she was under the weather, she was still, you know, trying to meet up. I mean, such level of commitment. So so you can, you know, Mr. O'Neill also, by the way, you know, had also that period where, you know, he also was a bit challenged, but he quickly came back. And within the time he came back, I think over like the last 2 or 3 days, I've seen so much submissions from Mr. O'Neill. I think I just cleared them, you know, sometime yesterday. So that's how it goes. That convenience element also makes it very useful. And the reason that we have these live programs is so that, you know, if you, every week, if you go through the materials, you have the opportunity of relating with me live, where you can bring up those relevant issues or indeed other issues, and you can receive responses, you know, to them. So that's fine. Mr. Sulaiman, don't worry, just reach out to me. We'll work out, you can pay on installments, we'll work out something for you specially. All right. And Mr. Latunji as well, I would, if I get a link, I'll post it just before we're done. I haven't said that, are there any other issues that, you know, that we want to talk about, or that you would, you know, have me speak to? If there are other issues, please, let's talk about them. That's why we are here. If there is any other question, let's address the question. Otherwise, we'll just round up.
Okay. No question from me, but to say a very big thank you for your tutorials, your experience in teaching. You break it down to the simplest of the simplest example that one can vividly see and follow, and rate yourself with it, benchmark yourself with it. I want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, man. And I like I keep encouraging. I mean, please feel free, share the links, share the emails that we send out. People can benefit. People have issues. We can talk. This is for talking leadership, and it's for talking, for those who are interested as well. If there are challenges at the workplace, bring them. We will talk about them. And we have here, the more people we have, the more we're able to share experiences, the more we can learn from each other, and the better it will be for us. We can't be suffering, the lack of leadership, and we are not, applying ourselves. And some people are thinking that leaders just need to appear from anywhere. There are different levels at which leadership is required. And, we individually have a role. Everyone is called to lead. If you're truly, in the journey of life, all right, you are expected to influence the lives of others. And in order to do that, and not to do that, in a manner that makes you a danger to the society, you need to work on yourself, because it is what you have that you're going to transfer to others. And leadership, having a command of leadership skills, many people don't know that is a huge source of competitive advantage. Not only, because of the very situation that we're even facing now, that, let the truth be told, if you were looking for quality leaders, can we really beat our chest that they are available? Can we? In many spaces, they are not. I was reading some statistics recently on a survey that was done, and it was very striking. I'm hoping to hold a session very soon, like a webinar called The Leadership Advantage, so that, I can share some of the statistics with people, let them see that there is a dearth of leadership skills, and that, organizations are not even doing anything about it. Yet, all of us want to move forward, and those who are able to build up themselves, their ability to provide effective leadership, they will be in high demand. They will differentiate themselves. They will make rapid progress more than others who will be busy, complaining. And some people can't even invest in some of these things. What I guess we're looking for now is those who would tell you the 10 steps to making 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure. So, but the more important issues we just tend to, leave aside. So once again, let me, our coming together is usually for 1 hour. I wouldn't want, we tend to overrun, when issues are raised, but, today I think we are at a good place, and so we can bring this session to a close. I want to appreciate you, Ma. I want to appreciate Mr. Latunji, Mr. Oni. I want to appreciate you. Thank you. Mr. Oni also started attending and then decided to get on the program. Mr. Ahmed, thank you. We haven't heard from you, but I hope that, it's been a time worth your while. And Mr. Sulaiman, you are welcome. So please share with others. It's the same link that we use every week. So feel free, you can share the link and let others join and let them benefit. They don't have to get on the program, but they can come and benefit even from just the discussions, or also make contributions based on their own experiences, and we all can learn from them. So enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend, and do have a very pleasant week. God bless you, Ma, and God bless you, sirs.
Bless you too. Thank you for having us. and encouraging us. God bless you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye, ma. So, Mr. Sulaiman, I think I have a way of, reach out to me and then we can sort out your enrollment, and I'll get in touch with Mr. Latunji as well. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.